Hello there everybody, and welcome to bonus episode 5 of Xenoblade Chronicles. It's time, my fellow peeps. It's time we tackle the 5 most powerful enemies in this world. The super bosses. So first thing you need to know, what's a super boss according to this game's rules? First, they must be over your level cap, which is 99. Second, they are immune to daze, sleep, art seal, etc. All those statuses. Third, they have some form of spike attack, whether they be normal, or in one case, fatal. Finally, with the sole exception of one, they all appear when the events of Mechonis Core to the Colony 6 Telethia attack are completed in the story. And probably the last thing, when they reach about 30% HP, they'll love to unleash a craze door which prevents topple locking. Of course. So I just wanted to get that introduction out of the way. So now we go into what's known as the preparations, of course. So these are going to take a while, so bear with me before we get to the actual fights. So first of all, this is an absolute must. You must have night vision gems. These gems allow you to have increased accuracy at nighttime, which, fighting at night, is probably your only option of dealing any sort of damage against any of them. You can get these gems by trading with Skalin at Satoru Marsh or Nick in Colony 6, should you have invited him, from Colony 9 I believe. But they require 5-star affinity within their respective area, so yeah, probably be in your best interest to trade with Skalin instead of Nick, because getting Colony 6 all the way up to 5-star affinity, it's a challenge. Another gem that's basically a must for at least one super boss are debuff resist gems, which negate that one certain spike from that one certain boss. You can get crystals for these from Dinosaurus in Magna Forest or various Telethia in the Bionis interior, as there is no way to mine for these crystals from crystal deposits, even if Colony 6's nature is at level 5. Divine Protect gems will also work for that one super boss. As most super bosses have a regular spike attack, spike defense gems are also a must to smoothly fight them without taking too much damage from the spikes. Crafting these gems can also be a bit of a challenge, because in this case you'll want rank 6 gems, with the Mega Heat included. So for crafting, pick a combination of 2 characters that won't build up the gem qualities past 100, then save the cylinder that you want, then just pick Shulk and Ryan to have them craft up to max efficiency. Oh, and also make sure you link that skill in which you cause fever mode more easily. If you can get it to Mega Heat, then you'll get 2 of the rank 6 gems that you crafted. During my grinding escapades, I've gotten so much AP from all the enemies I defeated. But you notice I have so much AP for Shulk. He's gonna be my go-to guy for most of the super bosses, so I equip my AP up 5 gems so that he has more AP than others. I also got plenty of level 10 art books for some characters and even leveled up some of the arts all the way up to 10. But first, I want to mainly go over Shulk. If Monato's shield at this time isn't upgraded to level 10, definitely get on that, as all the super bosses come equipped with level 10 talent arts. Leveling up Monato armor to 10 might also be a good idea so that you can reduce your damage taken from all attacks by 75%. And trust me, you'll be taking plenty of damage. Leveling up Purge can also be a good idea, as this will increase the effect time of Aura Seal, and by extension, removing those spike effects for a limited time also. Finally, it might be worth your time leveling up Monato's speed to level 10 to avoid physical attacks for 12.5 seconds. Yeah, I know, I'm a nerd, but bear with me on that. So here's all the other characters that I've leveled up their arts on. Unfortunately, and of course, Dunban Husbando Waifu barely got any art books, if at all, while everyone else got so lucky. I just feel bad for him because he's got the good arts, which basically are essentials if you want to topple lock these guys, and yet he's just been unlucky this playthrough. I feel so bad. But still, Joss of Death at level 10, big plus if you're gonna use him. Ryan's Last Stand might also be a good idea to level up all the way to 10, since he's gonna be the aggro guy, if not Dumban. Unfortunately, though Fiora got lucky with some art books, she didn't get a Final Cross art book. That's okay though, that art's still pretty awesome, even if it's not leveled up all the way. Looking at everyone's updated equipment after all these videos of just ignoring them. So yeah, here's all the equipment. If you want what are considered everyone's best weapons, you can view them on screen right now. As for Shulk, obviously he has the true Monado as his ultimate weapon. However, it is very possible for you to beat these super bosses without resorting to playing New Game Plus. I would go with the Rudra or Saga Monados, as they are the most defensive for Shulk. He'll still do plenty of damage, but he'll be taking far less damage from enemies. Skills! Okay, now here comes the hardest part. So since I didn't go for everyone's fit skill branches, fighting them is gonna be a little bit difficult, but not impossible. I will be reprimanded for those words. As I've done so before after all, so yeah, remember those words. Shulk's Glorious Future is probably the best skill to have on, well, pretty much everyone really. Because you're pretty much guaranteed to get a vision or 8 from each fight, thus autofilling Shulk's talent gauge, so you can easily use Monado arts to counter the situation. If you're gonna use Sharla, do not link Glorious Future onto her, because basically, in the words of Chugga Conroy, impossible mode. Filling up Fiora's Rationist skill branch is also a pretty good idea, as her skills on that branch are so good. If only I had that fit skill branch on Fiora after all, she and Shulk would be a powerful combination, as that particular skill branch only works with skills with Shulk when she has Shulk in the party. But alas, I do not. Still, I would make do with Rashness. Most of the skills that greatly help with the super bosses are on the fit skill branches for each character, but like I said, you don't necessarily need to have fit skill branches, but it does help a lot. It also helps to link the most useful skills to characters, like skills that can reduce spike damage, increase chain links, grants haste, builds up the party gauge, and increases ether damage. Ether-based attacks will never miss, so for ether users like Melia or Sharla, this can be pretty helpful. Although, why would you use Sharla for nothing but support at this point? Actually, to be fair, Sharla does have good heals and supports with aura and heat bullets, so I guess that's good. Although the headshot and headshaker combo doesn't really work because the super bosses can't be dazed at all. And now it's time for the big show! It's time to fight these guys. So, of course, you can see pretty much all the full fights on YouTube and stuff where people can be like really skillful and take down these guys in like 3 to 5 minutes or whatever, depending on the super boss. So I'm only going to show like actually snippets of the fights. So with that said, let's get on with the first super boss, Final Morcus. This level 100 super boss is the only one that appears before Marcana's core, and it's a rather special case. He has all the attributes that a super boss should have, but the odd thing is, many people don't actually consider him to be super boss material because he's so easy to deal with. And yeah, it's true that he isn't really that hard, but still he's over your level cap, 99. He can't be dazed, he's got a spike, and he activates that crazed aura when you almost kill him. So I do consider a super boss, however I will agree with the majority that he is really easily. It should be noted that all super bosses will sometimes drop an item called the Veritas Glyph. This item is interesting as it is the only item that can be traded for this item called a Love Source, which is an item in the other Collectopedia section. The Love Source is the only item that, no matter which character gives to another, they will gain many affinity points. Although the Stormy Belagon trick still works just fine. Also, you have to link some sort of trading skill with Shulk and Ricky or whatever. It doesn't even matter. I'm not 100% ending this game anyway. Ancient de Dalla. This level 105 super boss sits on Wreckage Beach on the Fallen Arm. Use Shulk for this. this guy's range is incredible. The moment you get into its range, it will unleash its laser art. But with Shulk in the lead, and along with his glorious future skill, you can easily change that future with Monado armor. Most of Dalla's attacks are physical, so it might be a good idea to outfit your party with defense in mind. But be careful though, Dalla has an art that will force Topple and grant you max HP down status. Again, a very rare status that we've previously seen with Lakebed or Luthus and Colony 9, and various Mechon around Sword Valley. Speaking of, obviously just by looking at Dalla, it is indeed a Mechon. So it would so suck to know that after many hours of barely fighting any Mechon at all, Shulk, Fiora, and Melia are the only ones that will be still okay with it. But for the others, anti-Mechon weapons are basically needed. Or if not, then, you know, upgrade Monado Enchant to level 10, possibly, so you won't have to do it as often? Okay, I don't know. Also, Egil lies. He said that his face unit, Yaldabaoth, is the strongest Mechon ever built. But here we are, fighting something that's level 105. But whatever. Ancient Dalla was probably just sort of a backup plan, in my opinion. Like, you know, some super deadly, awesome, powerful Mechon or something like that. I don't know. But whatever the case, beating this guy will sometimes yield you the only night vision and heatsink cylinders for gem crafting. So it's basically your only way of crafting rank 6 night vision gems. Tets Pardek Arsene, level 108, found near the glowing obelisk at Satoral Marsh. I have several choice words for this asshole. But first, can I say this? Isn't it hilarious how this little bunny creature is more powerful than a universe-ending god? Zanza would be shitting his pants. But now, here's my choice words for this guy. F you. F you. According to Xenoblade Wiki, Arsene's agility is supposed to be 120, meaning that my current party, then being equipped with night vision gems and having over 140 plus agility, should have no problem taking out this guy. Bullshit. I'm telling you, if you kill Arsene, good for you. I commend you greatly. You're awesome. You're Chugga Conroy tier. But this guy is impossible for me. No matter how many times I attempt to fight him, even on my own time, I always end up losing. Even by some chance I make it far into the fight, my attention might lower by just one level, and I end up missing every given attack or art, and I end up losing and dying every single time. I'm sorry, if you can beat this guy, good, but as for me, I, for the life of me, cannot beat him. He's just, I hate that guy so much. By defeating Arsene, you'll possibly get Critical Up 5 crystals, and Arsene is the only source for Critical Up 5 crystals. And now we're getting to the big guns. Blizzardlges Oz, level 114. He's found at the Bionis Wrist on Valak Mountain. I'm warning you right now, have debuff resist gems or spike defense gems ready, because this guy has a topple spike. But really, you shouldn't have too much trouble to deal with him. His agility is surprisingly low because he's so big. So he really shouldn't be that bad if you're trying to take care of him and topple lock him at the same time. In regular weather. True to his name, Blizzardlges Oz gets more power from blizzard weather. 3 of his attacks get additional effects in a blizzard. Rex Roar will bind and pierce in blizzards. Rex Poison will cause double the poison damage in blizzards. And Rex Gore will cause instant death in blizzards. Just so long as a blizzard doesn't suddenly show up and Blizzardlges Oz doesn't absolutely murderate you in that situation, you should be okay with dealing with him. Upon defeat, Blizzardlges Oz will sometimes drop the only AP up 5 crystals for gem crafting. Now, here's my story about this guy when I was recording the footage. I thought he wasn't gonna be so bad. I tried for 40 minutes. 40 solid minutes of trying to beat this guy. Wasted. I got so close to beating him, like 50% of his HP. But Mountain Stop plus missing 2,577,488,599 times due to low tension and the auto attack not filling up the talent gauge, added losing my fuel to the fire. I swear to God, I beat these guys before, except Arsene. But apparently the recording course really wants to get in bed with me. Oh my God, I just had a bad day. I was recording this footage for like so long, 2 hours even. I have, like, the entire raw file is like 2 hours worth of footage. Actually, to be fair, it's more like 4 video files, but it felt like 2 hours. And I just couldn't beat these guys for the life of me. I had a terrible day, I'm sorry. Avalanche Obvi, the most powerful enemy in the world. Level 120. This guy is only found in blizzard weather on 3-stage summit at Valak Mountain. Remember when I said that debuff resist gems would be your absolute must? Well, instant death spike. No, really, instant death spike. Obviously, won't even know that you existed when you hit him the first time, and then boom, dead! Do yourself a favor and equip those debuff resist or divine protect gems, as they resist the instant death. I would also highly suggest that you go with a topple locking party, as Obvi is of course very powerful, and its arts are no joke. They might all be physical, but still, they are very tough. Ultra Tail Strike forces topple, Demon Purging Fire will put Blaze and Paralysis on you, and its talent art, Ultra Air Crush 10, might as well be an instant death attack because it causes more than 10,000 damage, unless you Monado shield it. So needless to say, Obvi is without a doubt the hardest of all the enemies in the world. But honestly, this fight is pretty damn fun, and nerve-wracking at the same time. Especially when you get to that last 30% HP, where it doesn't activate its craze as it does so at 70% HP. Rather, it'll use Awakening at 30% HP, raising its level. I gotta tell you, fighting this guy may take a lot of prep work, but as I said before, this guy is pretty damn fun, pretty much, when all is said and done. Not only is it pretty fun to witness someone else fight, but also to actually pretty much fight yourself. When you do finally achieve victory against Avalanche Obvi, not only will it sometimes drop your only source for days up 5 crystals, but it will sometimes also drop the demonic Everflame that you need should you be tackling one of the replica Monado quests. But of course, I didn't kill it. 15 minutes gave way to only 70% of its HP, thereby triggering its craze aura, and killing me within the next minute. So I decided to say, fuck this shit, I'm out, and decided to end it all. I had a very bad super boss day. Whew, man. I gotta tell you, fighting these guys, it was pretty nerve-wracking, even though I didn't really get to kill them all. Like, honestly, for all the prep work that I did, I honestly didn't really feel like it was worth it, but I at the very least got to show off these guys without actually killing them. And honestly, I didn't really think I'd get to make this video because I was so scared of the super bosses to begin with. But let me just say, this video wouldn't have been possible without my friend, Earthbound Ian 95, aka Gamer Girl NES. You've seen him in my PAX, aka follow him at Gamer Girl NES. Alright. In all seriousness, though, I really gotta thank my friend Ian, honestly. Earthbound Ian 95, actually. You've seen him in my PAX and MacFest videos before, and he may not look it, but he's a Xenoblade god. He's played the game more times than I can count, honestly. And if I may say, I do declare that he was the one who egged me into tackling the super bosses when I said, no, I don't want to. And he's like, come on, man, do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then the next thing I knew, I beat 4 of the 5 super bosses. I couldn't beat this Pardek Arsene even back then. So, yeah, I gave in, I fought him, and here we are in this video. So, thanks, man. I really look forward to seeing you again one day, man. But, with that being said, that's it. That is all the bonus content that I wanted to cover. I know it wasn't super in-depth, but I feel like I'm satisfied with what I made here today. I also really appreciate you waiting all those weeks in between Ocarina of Time and my next Let's Plays so that these videos can be, you know, taken care of. Because let me tell you, these videos take a lot of time to make. And I was just lucky enough to get them out daily whenever, you know, they were done. So, I really have to thank you all for being so patient and stuff. So, there is technically 2 videos left that I want to do, but they're not technically part of the Let's Play. They're just little side videos that I want to make concerning Xenoblade. I'm pretty sure that some of you know what they are, but hey, I'll leave up the mystery to you guys. So with that being said, I hope all of you have enjoyed this. If you're not going to be sticking around for the last 2 technically Xenoblade bonus episodes, then I hope to see you all back here very soon for my next Let's Play. See you guys then.